in this world, shame and pride coexist, yeah. Breed lunatics through the food with no water, laced with chemicals, confusing our little troops and our daughters. The attack subliminal, we can't recognize the torture. Equally our savior, like a lamb was led to the slaughter. Strong tower, the son of man is a fortress. Engraven images, they paint them white in the portraits. Rather sinister, but we bring the light to the corpses. The dry bones rise like the Dow Jones, walking out the catacomb tombs by the blood around noon. Soon come alive, beloved, we gon' slide with the bridegroom. There's no pigs, ain't no unclean beasts. Unlike Pete, once God spread the sheets, I'ma eat. And that heavenly feast is inherited by the meek. They told us all table turn between time, just take a seat. Ain't no need to clap back and teaching us to turn the cheek. Lost sheep dipped in jet black, fleece wrapped in a straight jacket. On the wings of eagles, the only way that we flying back. Trying to get them times back, no, we can't rewind that. Better look within if you ever trying to find that. Work with our mistakes, all we need is God in a hard hat. Took me off my line, but watch how to kill a crawl back. Cause sometimes to hit that 3, you gotta fall back, but look back. Retrace steps, we even flashbacks. So if I drop something that wasn't for me, y'all can head back. Snakes in the grass, we learn to cute to the sidewalk. But listen what they hissing, cause it hits you to the jaw talk. Told us how we die in that water, that's why we died off. The more the newborn try off, the more that we they applaud killers, and yeah, they should've.
Alright, I want to get into a quick video going into these scoffers and the demons that these people have on them. Alright, I don't know exactly what the title of the video is going to be, but something to the effect of demons are real and scoffers are filled with them. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And this video will be entitled, Demons Are Real and Scoffers Are Filled with Them. Now you may be wondering what the hell is going on, and you've seen this guy in the opening in the opening of the video and wondering what's the significance of me even showing that. Some ashy lip nigga with a lime green hat on sitting in a car listening to grade F hip hop and crying. You know, crying into his own mouth. You're probably wondering why I played that. Well, just to prove a point to you. You know, this dude that's on the screen that you see now, that you saw in the opening, he goes by the name of Van Ashton. And he's been an annoying pest, a scoffer, a demon, heckling different brothers in the ministry, coming on our comment boards, going on the apostles' comment boards, making, you know, outlandish statements, different comments. He's against the ministry of the prophets for no reason. Nobody's done anything to him. We haven't done one thing to this guy. We don't even know him. I don't even know what state he's in, nothing. But yet he's been on the comment board. And I basically have to block this guy for every channel that I'm on, that I go on. And again, I don't even know, you know, I've never done one thing to this guy. So just to show you that a lot of times these scoffers and these people that come on the comment boards with their opinions, you know, with their comments, and they make themselves enemies of the ministry, this is who you're dealing with. Sometimes a guy will come on the comment board, not this particular person, but someone will come and say, y'all ain't got the truth. Y'all ain't teaching 100% truth. Y'all ain't the men of the Lord, right? And this is who it is on the other end. This insane individual who belongs in Arkham Asylum, who needs medication, antidepressants, a straitjacket, and a goddamn special helmet, all rolled into one. So this is for you brothers and sisters to understand and know that these people, this truth, let me rephrase, this truth is high level spiritual energy, and if you ain't right coming around it, this will happen to you. You will bug out. The Most High will put these spirits in your ass. What is a grown man doing sitting in a car crying? Better yet, a better question is, what is a grown man doing sitting in a car with ashy lips and a lime green hat on, crying, listening to hip hop, and recorded it and uploaded it? What are you doing, Jake? Anyway, this guy belongs in the loony bin. He needs a straight jacket quick. But let's get a little bit of edification out of it, because when people have these spirits on them, or when people act in this manner, it's because they do have demons. They do have spirits on them. Let's go, before we go to Legion, let's go to this one account. This is Matthew chapter 17. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, this is Matthew 17, and it's entitled The Demoniac. Matthew 17:14, it says that when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man kneeling down to him and saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is lunatic. Recognize that word lunatic? We use it today to speak of an individual that's out of their minds. And that guy you saw in the beginning, make no mistake about it, he is a lunatic. He's a stark, raving, mad lunatic. And this individual, the reason we know about him is because he's been an annoying pest. He'll make videos. He'll clip portions of our videos, little shorts, post them on his channel, and tag us in them. He got a long list at GMS South Carolina, at Remnant Save 144, at Elders in Transit 3, at GMS Info Channel 12, 11, whatever, right? At Daily Edification 4, at Spiritual War 2, at GMS North Carolina. I mean, he goes down the list and just he's only one of many that does that. They tag us in all their videos. Why in the hell we bother wasting time even watching this? The only reason I'm bothered even going into it, and I've been ignoring this dude probably for the greater part of 2 years, maybe. Only reason I'm even bothering to do it now because it's hilarious and scary at the same time. Not scared as in we afraid of these demons, but just hilarious, but it's scary what can happen to an individual when you ain't right. Okay? So take note of that. So again, Matthew 7:15, this is what the individual said to Yahushua, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is lunatic and sore vexed. For oft times he falleth into the fire and oft into the water. So when you see an individual spazzing out, acting out, crying is a big one. Because there was another guy that got all upset. He was crying, straight up crying on the video. When you see Jake making videos, crying in the videos, watch out. They ain't wrapped too tight. All right. Anyway, the word lunatic, here it is in the Greek.
Strong's G 4583, seleniadzamai. Seleniadzamai.
And from the way it's pronounced, I believe that the individual said seleniazomai, right? For he is lunatic. And here's the understanding: to be moonstruck or lunatic, to be epileptic. Epilepsy being supposed to return and increase with the increase of the moon. And really, if you look down here, it says to be moonstruck, i.e. crazy, be a lunatic. And what does that mean? It all goes back to spirits. Even when you see an individual that's insane, that's bipolar, whatever it is, it's because they have spirits on them. That's all it is evil spirits. All sicknesses go back to evil spirits. Now verse 16 says, and I brought him to thy disciples. Let's read 15 again. He says, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is lunatic and sore vexed. For oft times he falleth into the fire and oft into the water. And I brought him to thy disciples, and they could not cure him. Then Yahushua answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. And Yahushua rebuked the devil. Did you hear that? There was a devil. This man had spirits, or this child was being possessed by spirits, which made him lunatic. It says, and Yahushua rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. See that? So when you see individuals behaving in this manner, they got lunatic spirits on them. And he knew what he was doing by filming that video. See, the spiritual demon Satan is operating in a lot of these people that come on the comment boards. They got that gaze, that glaze in his eyes, that look. You see? Now I want to go and bring out a couple of precepts out dealing with that. If you see here, they got the account of it in Mark 9 as well. It's the same thing, a couple of different details in this verse or in this chapter. Mark 9:14, and when he came to his disciples, he saw a great multitude about them, and the scribes questioning them. And straightway all the people, when they beheld him, were greatly amazed, and running to him saluted him. And he asked the scribes, what question ye with them? And one of the multitude answered and said, Master, I have brought unto thee my son, which hath a dumb spirit. And wheresoever he taketh him, he teareth him, and he foameth, and gnasheth with his teeth, and pineth away. And I spake to thy disciples that they should cast him out, and they could not. See, so this spirit had this boy foaming at the mouth, right? Fluttering all about, gnashing his teeth, grinding his teeth down. You see, different behaviors, different overt, outwardly apparent behaviors. He answered him and saith, O faithless generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him unto me. And they brought him unto him. And when he saw him, straightway the spirit tear him, and he fell on the ground and wallowed, foaming. Bear with me here. And he wallowed, foaming. So when you see the old lady in the church falling all on the ground, saying she's slain in the spirit, you see people in the church doing all the jumping about, right? Making themselves look foolish. They're doing it because they are covered or they're inhabited by evil spirits. And he asked his father, how long is it ago since this came unto him? And he said, of a child. And oft times it cast him into the fire and into the waters to destroy him. If thou canst do anything, have compassion on us. So like he said, but if thou canst do anything, have compassion on us and help us. Yahushua said unto him, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. And straightway the father of the child cried out and said with tears, Lord, I believe, help thou mine unbelief. When Yahushua saw that people came running together, he rebuked the foul spirit, saying unto him, thou dumb and deaf spirit, I charge thee, come out of him and enter no more into him. And the spirit cried and rent him sore and came out of him, and he was as one dead, insomuch that many said, he is dead. But Yahushua took him by the hand and lifted him up, and he arose. See, so Yahushua, of course, that's our Lord with the power to cast out evil spirits. Some of you goofy, smart niggas, well, you niggas can't cast out the spirit. Hey, in our time now, when you see an individual like this right here, he's been an opponent against the truth. Okay? And we've been giving him the word. We've been teaching the videos. Instead of him watching the videos and trying to repent and trying to understand, he chooses to go against the truth. So you know what? He can just, hey, whatever the Lord do with him, that's it. He's on his own. He didn't come to brothers and say, hey, I got spirits. Can y'all brothers help me? He didn't do that. He went against the truth, so he can just die. You know, if the Lord don't save him. Luke 9:37. Again, and you know, I think that should suffice. It's pretty much the same thing. Let's go now and look at Legion real quick here. This is Mark 5 and verse 9 starting at. It says, just bear with me here. Yeah. So this is Mark 5 verse 1. And they came over unto the other side of the sea, into the country of the Gadarenes. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains, because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces, neither could any man tame him. So you see here what? Chains and fetters on a man, and he just pulling them off like it's no big deal. You see that? So that shows you that a lot of times these demoniacs, they may be endowed with superhuman strength, so be careful. You know, you got a lot of these loonies walking around, and we call them loonies and crazies, but really it just go back to evil spirits. Something is up with Jake. Anyway, continuing on, verse 5, it says, and always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying, you hearing it? Crying and cutting himself with stones. So that crying, that's a big indicator. When you see Jake just bust out in the tears for no damn reason, you know, I mean, I don't know his story. Maybe he got evicted. Maybe his baby mama left him. I don't know. Something happened, but I would just say the dude crazy. Look at his lips and his mouth. Look at that. Vexed with spirits, right? vexed with spirits. Let's read that again. It says, verse 4, because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces. Neither could any man tame him. And always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones. But when he saw Yahushua far off, he ran and worshipped him. And cried with a loud voice and said, what have I to do with thee, Yahushua, thou son of the most high power? I adjure thee by the most high that thou torment me not. For he said unto him, come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. And he asked him, what is thy name? And he answered, saying, my name is Legion, for we are many. See that? So there was a multitude of spirits on this individual. Now you may say, well, see, the Lord showed that man compassion. He cast the spirit out of him, right? Well, yeah, but you also have to think, did Yahushua cast the demons out of the wicked scribes and Pharisees? The answer is no. They had demons on them. And every person, prior to coming into the truth, those that are not born again, you still got demons on you. And we ain't going to cast out the demons out of every individual. If the word don't heal you and cast the demons out of you, we ain't going to do nothing for you, because we're not going to come near you. We ain't coming near you. Look like he messing with his fly. Who knows, man? Jake is a trip. Let's get another version of this. This is Luke chapter 8 and verse 26. It says, the demoniac cured. And they arrived at the country of the Gadarenes, which is over against Galilee. And when he went forth to land, there met him out of the city a certain man which had devils long time. What else? And wear no clothes, neither abode in any house, but in the tombs. In this version of it, it said this dude was naked. He ain't had no damn clothes on. He was dwelling among the tombs. So when you see these people flashing, right, want to be a part of the nudist colony, want to go to a nude beach, your ass got demons on you. You're supposed to have on clothes. When he saw Yahushua, he cried out and fell down before him, and with a loud voice said, what have I to do with thee, Yahushua, thou son of God most high? I beseech thee, torment me not. For he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man. For oftentimes it had caught him, and he was kept bound with chains and in fetters, and he brake the bands, and was driven of the devil into the wilderness. And Yahushua asked him, saying, what is thy name? And he said, Legion, because many devils were entered into him. And they besought him that he would not command them to go out into the deep. And then, of course, you can see here, he cast out the demons, and they went into a herd of swine. All right. And you got to excuse me, my voice, it's late at night. So, and plus I've been filming other videos as well, too. So my voice is a little bit hoarse. Anyway, just a quick lesson to go into, just to warn you, these people got real demons on them. It's always been like that. There are accounts in the scriptures of individuals with, superhuman strength, crying, foaming at the mouth, falling down, running into the wilderness. Like there was another guy that fell out of the truth. He wound up running out into the wilderness in the forest, frolicking like a sprite or a leprechaun, filming a video, thinking he getting back at us for doing it. Nah, you got demons, cuz. That's all it is. And this individual right here, many brothers have done videos on this guy. The brother Debar Kabash done a couple of videos on this guy, right? From the brother from the Charlotte camp. Amathia Eyes from Yahweh from the GMS Washington D.C. camp. He's also done lessons on this guy, because this dude is a pest. So if you see him on your comment boards, if you come on your channel, block this weirdo. All right, this dude is nothing but a bunch of demons. All right, so that's it. We'll see you again soon, Lord willing. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Demons are real, and scoffers are filled with them. Shalom.